Today on Demo Weekend, we picked up Star Trek Voyager Across the Unknown. Now, I used to watch these shows when I was a kid. Let me just my mic. Can you hear me okay? Yeah, so I suppose it was an iconic sci-fi geek's rite of passage to watch this show. It wasn't my favorite Star Trek though, to be honest. I liked Next Generation better. Anyway, so they put out this strategy game that is very I guess it mirrors some of the journey of the show from what I've been told. So let's take a look at it. Definitely has the music here. Now let's see if this works with controller or if I have to play with keyboard. No, no, it does look like I might have some control with them. Alright, so you're the captain of the Federation starship USS Voyager. Manage your ship and crew, plot a course through procedurally generated star systems, and I missed the last bit.
So, a few days back, this Captain Janeway breezes into my cozy penal colony like she owns the place. She's stern and smells like coffee and regulations. And the kicker? She's served with my old man on the Albatani. Turns out her security chief, Tuvok, was playing spy on a Maquis ship that vanished in the Badlands. Now Janeway needs that missing ship found, and because of my past associations, I'm apparently the resident expert on the Badlands. I find the missing Maquis. She puts in a good word for me at my next parole review. Simple. Still, the view is infinitely better than a holding cell. It's not every day you get a front row seat on a brand new Intrepid-class starship's maiden voyage. The USS Voyager. Might even get to touch the helm.
Gentlemen, welcome to Voyager. Ensign Kim, you're fresh from the Academy, ready for your first deep space assignment? Reporting for duty, Captain. It's an honor to be here. I hope I live up to your expectations. Ensign Kim, I trust you've already met Tom Paris, our esteemed observer, a former Maquis pilot who will help us search the Badlands for the Maquis vessel. With all due respect, ma'am, observer is hardly a title befitting my talents. I'm the best damn pilot in this sector. Call me pilot extraordinaire, Ensign. Maquis, wow, I heard a lot of stories about them. Relax, I was with the Maquis only for a few weeks before I was captured and sent to a lovely little penal colony in New Zealand. Penal colony? Enough chatter, gentlemen. All hands, this is the captain. Report to your stations. Helm, take us into the Badlands. Maximum warp. Alright, so into the Badlands. Badlands is a treacherous region of space where violent plasma storms can cripple even the most advanced starships. Janeway observes the swirling chaos from her view screen. A subtle smile playing her lips. She's ready for the challenge. Scanners are picking up no other vessels in the system, Captain. It's your time to shine, Mr. Paris. Any idea where your former colleagues might be hiding? It wasn't exactly Maquis of the Year, Captain, but they did prefer underground bases, remote planets, and... Captain, I don't mean to interrupt, but I'm reading a coherent Tetrion beam scanning us, and a displacement wave heading towards us. Incoming! A colossal wave of turbulent energy surges towards Voyager as power dwarfing anything the crew has ever seen. With no time to analyze the threat, emergency measures are initiated. Red alert, helm, evasive maneuvers. Too late, the wave will intercept us in 5 seconds. Brace for impact. Boom. Aftermath. As the crew regains consciousness, they find their bridge in total devastation. Twisted metal, sparking consoles, and injured crewmates paint a grim picture. Just what happened. Damage report. Major hull and deck damage. The transporters are offline and we're receiving casualty reports. Bridge to sickbay. Doctor, I've got injured crew on the bridge. Doctor? Damn. Captain, we're losing systems across multiple decks. Deuterium tanks are empty. Warp core's gone to gray mode. We're on reserves, barely. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Scan for the nearest source of deuterium. External sensors are offline. Stellar photography must be down. Voyager's flying, Captain. Alright. Janeway to engineering. We need stellar photography back online now. So click on the question mark icon on the left screen to visit any tutorial. So activate stellar cartography in the lower left part of the ship. To activate it, open this menu by selecting the room and switching on the power supply. So this one, we want to switch it on. Captain, sensors are picking up something out there, but what Harry is trying to stammer is we're not in the Badlands anymore. We're at a space station. What is that thing? Where are we? Our sensors are working. We just jumped over 70,000 light years into the Delta Quadrant. The Delta Quadrant? How? Captain, life support systems are failing. This array will have to wait. Mr. Paris, take the helm. Find a Sagittarium source. Search points of interest marked 1, marked with question marks, to reveal resources. Scan to reveal deuterium. Okay, so I'm supposed to, like, scan. Let's grab the deuterium then. Oh, I found it in 1. Navigate your ship to various locations. While traveling, time passes in the form of cycles. When visiting points of interest, you can choose between different approaches with different risks and outcomes. The different colors of the chance bar represent the possible outcomes. Dark green and light green are good. Higher rewards. Yellow is average. And orange and red are bad. So, let me just... How many of these can I scan? Is there any cost to scanning this stuff? No, am I supposed to scan it all? Like there's no strategy associated if I just scan it all. Oh. Alright, so I'm supposed to go to one of these, it says. 2 cycles away. Okay, so we can deploy collectors for a safer though less efficient collection. We can risk to maneuver into the unknown, the cloud, and use the Shard collectors. Let's play it safe. Okay. We can now deactivate gray mode. Captain, ready to increase warp core output. The warp core is the reactor that powers the ship. To generate energy, it continuously consumes deuterium. Depending on the reactor level you produce, more energy, but more deuterium is required. Increase the power output by selecting main engineering and switching the warp core to a higher tier. So... Tier 1. Our energy levels are returning to normal, Captain. Good, now what about this thing, this array? Can't tell, Captain, but our scanners detect a Maquis vessel to it. Alright, so we'll scan for life signs. Scan the ship for life signs, Bunsen. There's no one on board, Captain. Scan the array. What about the array? Several life forms on board, Captain. Is one of them Vulcan? Not sure, Captain. Signals are weak. We'll just have to see for ourselves. I want the transporter room repaired and ready. Mr. Paris, get a uranium deposit. We need to repair the transporter room. Okay, so deuterium is number 1. That's fuel for the ship. Duranium and tritanium are for construction and repairs. That's the little square and the little, I guess, ore block. And then crew is needed to operate the systems with the people at the side. Alright, so we gotta go over here. We'll use the tractor beam. We have all the uranium we need. Engineering is standing by to repair the transporter, Captain. So damaged rooms are not operational. Select a room to bring up the room controls. If you have resources and work teams needed, you can initiate repairs. So if I go repair that. So how do I know if I have work teams? What's this room? Workshop? Okay, I don't have a work team. Okay, so underneath the little people icon is the teams. I have one team. So go back to the system? I just keep collecting things? Okay, so into the ship. Transporters are back online, Captain. Mr. Paris, set course for the array. It's time to get some answers. We do this one first. Okay. Ensign Kim and Mr. Paris, get ready for your first away mission. Away missions present a series of challenges. Heroes possess skills and traits. Select heroes matching with the matching skills for your away team. So I have to do Paris and Kim. Alright, decide an approach and select the hero to complete the challenge with the appropriate skill. The skill is lower than the requirement, the success chance is displayed. Captain, we seem to have materialized in the middle of a cornfield. This place is eerily similar to Earth, but something's off. Any suggestions on what to do next? So... scan. Harry and Tom use tricorders to stand for life signs and detect the strange energy spike emanating from a nearby area. Following the readings, they navigate through the corn and find a farm with people working the fields. An old man sits on the porch of a nearby farmhouse strumming a banjo. Okay, so after a challenge, the participating team members are fatigued and their skill values are reduced. Let them rest for the next challenge to recover and plan ahead accordingly. This old man seems harmless enough. He might know what's going on. How should we approach him? Let's do this one. I'm gonna read his body language. Harry and Tom discreetly observe the old man, trying to analyze his body language. Something feels off, like he's putting on an act. They can't quite put his finger on why. The old man seems perplexed by their presence, muttering about Harry and Tom being early and how it's not their turn yet. He invites them to stay on the farm and wait, offering them some fresh corn cobs. Alright, you can select more than one hero if they possess the required skill. If the skill value is higher, equal or higher than the required number, you have a chance for critical success. The old man is much help. Try to find the key ourselves. There's a large barn behind the farmhouse. Tricorder readings are off the charts. So I gotta do both of these. There's definitely something strange about it, especially that back wall. So I guess we're supposed to do these two. Harry and Tom try to disrupt the energy field, causing flickering in the air. Before they can break the illusion, the people from the field burst in, wielding farm tools as weapons. The old man appears and reveals the barn is an illusion, the back wall dissolving to show a bluish glowing room where unconscious people, including a tattooed man and half-Klingon women, lie on surgical tables. Alright, sometimes you have to make major decisions that influence how the story proceeds. These decisions are marked with the golden outline. These people must be the missing Maquis. They're being held here, Captain. We must get them out. Wake up the Klingon. Harry sprints towards the half-Klingon woman, hoping to rouse her. As he reaches out, the old man stops him, a look of concern on his face. Before Harry could react, blinding white light fills the room and everything goes blank. Harry. They leveled up. Okay, mission complete. Sudden return. Janeway anxiously awaits the return of her away team while Harry King unexpectedly materializes behind her. What happened on the array? Whoa, I'm back on Voyager? What happened over there, Mr. Kim? We lost contact with you for several hours. Hours? We just were there, right, Tom? Tom? Seems like he's still on the array. I hope. Captain, we're being hailed by the Maquis. Starfleet, I don't know what you did to our commander, but I can still ram this wreck into your precious starship. Ram us? One of our own is also missing. It would make sense to postpone the ramming until we're all accounted for. Does that sound reasonable? We're beaming over. Okay, despite Janeway's invitation, the arrival of the Maquis crew is fraught with tension. Both sides remain wary as they prepare to discuss their shared predicament. Don't play games, Starfleet. We're armed and ready to defend ourselves. We wouldn't have it any other way. Glad to have you back, Tuvok. Likewise, Captain. Miss Torres, I must inform you that I was assigned to infiltrate the Maquis. I never liked you, Vulcan. That is unsurprising. I assure you I perform my Maquis duties to highest standards. Katak? You win some, you lose some. Let's focus on bringing Miss Paris and your commander back. His name is Chakotay. And we can't get back in that easy. We can't get back in that easy? What does that mean? They're sealed and their communications are cut off. Listen, Lieutenant Tuvok, get down to engineering and find a way to bypass servers jamming their communications. Report back as soon as you have a solution. Alright, so Captain, the ship's status remains critical. Repair protocols are imperative. We require resources in the engineering office to mobilize additional workforces. Prioritize life support, secure core decks, and restore Deck 5 functionality first to gain access to the engineering office. Alright, so life support unit to get the deck. So we gotta do this one. Life support restored on Deck 5, Captain. Engineering office is now accessible. And of course it's a mess, we'll have to fix it before we can use it. Okay, so that's the engineering office, that's the sick bay. That's the science laboratory. Okay, so we gotta do this one now. Repairs in progress, so 2 cycles. Until complete should be logical to scan all the planets in the system and gather more deuterium and uranium. Okay, so if we go back to system, it wants us to get more supplies. So I have 800 that one, so let's get more of this stuff. Alright, so we got our engineering office back. Engineering office is fully operational again, Captain. We have an additional work team to carry out 2 tasks simultaneously. Alright, so we gotta build or repair rooms, clean debris. Okay, so we either build or upgrade engineering offices to do that. Logically, we should focus on Deck 2 and the mess hall to ensure the crew's food supply, maintaining their physical endurance. This requires activating life support on that section first. Alright, so the morale bar is so they don't, you know, I guess, mutiny. Go off on their own in an unknown sector and get themselves killed. Alright, so we're gonna toggle the power on. Life support restored on Deck 2, Captain. Access to the main mess hall is now possible. However, yeah, of course, like everything else, it's damaged. Alright. Let's repair that. Repairs in progress. Until completion, we should address crew accommodation. The ruined room must be cleaned to create room for crew quarters. Okay, so we're going to clear the debris. While we wait for our work teams to finish, we should continue to collect more resources. Working on it. Okay, I don't have a torpedo bay, so like... I guess I'm just gonna hit everything on the way past. Alright, so we got the mess hall. Mess hall repairs are completed, Captain. We should switch to replicator rations now and enhance crew well-being. So, while every cycle your crew consumes rations, you can always use emergency rations, which don't require resources but lower morale. Crew is used to consuming, I'm assuming you meant to say, premium rations made by the replicator. They increase morale but consume deuterium. Okay, so we want to go to premium. Replicator rations are now issued to the crew captain. Alright. We have work crew. What are we supposed to use it on? This is a science laboratory. Maybe I should get the sick bay. Or maybe I should work on the torpedoes. What else do we have down here? A workshop, life support. We don't need anything, they're just dead decks. What's this one? Shuttle bay? Kind of think like sick bay might make sense. We have, okay, all our crews are assigned. Okay, and then we got the ruined room. Ruined room removal concluded. Maybe we should rebuild some crew quarters now. Do wonder for morale, Captain. Okay, so to build new rooms, select the empty building space, bring up the construction menu. If you have enough work teams and resources, you can build the room. So, and okay, so maintenance, crew, technology, combat, Borg. So we got crew, and then in crew we have emergency quarters, accommodates 12 crew. We have regular crew quarters, but we don't have the technology. So I guess I gotta do emergency quarters. And then I gotta drop that there. Okay, so crew is the lifeblood of your ship. Each room requires personnel to operate. So keep this in mind when adding new rooms. Don't forget to provide the necessary accommodations or morale may drop faster than you like. Caretaker? Captain, the array's jamming signal has been neutralized. We should be able to establish communication. Let's hope they respond. Hail the array. Who's this? Why are you bothering me? Oh, it's you. Why are you back? You don't have what I need. I remember that voice, Captain. It's the old man with the banjo, but his form is entirely different compared to how he appeared on the array. I'm Captain Janeway of the Federation ship Voyager. We mean you no harm. We just want our people back. Your people? Your people are no longer here. You might have what I need. You just have to leave them. Appeal to boost humanity. Try to intimidate him. Let Belana talk. This one gives us 100%. Let's scan. I won't rely on the words of strangers. Scan the array for life signs of Tom and Chakotay. No signs of the captain. No humanoid life forms indicated at all. What are we talking to right now? Okay. Basically, it's a 70% chance no matter what I do. So let's appeal to his humanity. Tell us where they are. We are entrusted with their safety. Their families and friends rely on us to bring them home. They are our responsibility. I understand, but I had no choice. There just isn't enough time. Time for what? I must honor a debt that can never be repaid. Find something that cannot be found. What you're looking for, maybe we can help. You? I've searched the galaxy with methods beyond your comprehension. No, there's nothing you can do. No, you're stealing my time. Don't you understand? I don't have time. Not enough time. We've been cut off, Captain. Damn it, we haven't gotten any closer to Paris and Chakotay. You managed to get something. Your Starfleet don't know how to fight, but you sure talk good. Captain, if I may, I have observed that the array has been sending energy pulses towards the fifth planet of the neighboring system since our arrival. Given the lack of information regarding our missing crew's location, investigating this planet seems to be the most logical step. It's the only lead we have. Thoughts, Miss Torres? I don't like this any more than you do, but it'll be easier if we work together, Captain. Helm, set close for the fifth planet of the neighboring system. Let's find our people. Okay. So the sector map shows entire systems with several stars. You can travel directly, or you can scan the system to find a specific pole to visit. So I guess I should do this. If I go back to the ship, we still have stuff. Okay. Should I be grabbing stuff here? Like, I feel like I maybe... Oh, okay. So we have... I'm gonna grab this one before we go, because everything else is full. Okay, so we got our sick bay back. Injured and sick crew placed in sick bay. I need treatment. They'll go back to work, increasingly efficiency of the sick bay by assigning a suitable hero. Alright, what else do we got? We got a science laboratory. I feel like maybe we should get the torpedoes. What's this one? Oh, I probably want shields too. I feel like maybe we should stay here until we have that up. Okay, so we got torpedoes. Alright, we're getting shields next. And then I don't think I care about air phasers. Okay, we got emergency quarters next. Yay, oh, hold on, back to the ship. Now what do we do? Science or phasers? Okay, we'll do phasers. So we're not like dead in the water here. We've got some defenses. Alright, so now I can do this. Alright. Got full storage now. So now it wants me to go to the system 5 cycles away. Alright. Now we got shields. So when it says 16 and a 50, I've got 16 idling. Okay. I guess we can go science laboratory next, or should I go shuttle bay? It's the workshop. So I can craft items and torpedoes. Construct shuttles that can be used in points of interest and missions. I don't have the 5 of the purple resource. So I can do this one for 10. This one. I don't have that resource. It's the back of the ship, nothing. Kind of like that it's like the security, the control panel. So I can clear out ruined rooms. I guess I might as well just do the science laboratory. And then we'll do the workshop. Oh no, we can't do the workshop because it's... Oh no, it's... Yeah, we can. We can repair that one. We'll do this one first, and then we'll do the workshop. Hopefully we don't need to build torpedoes just yet. Okay, we got phasers back. And we got a workshop. And I guess we'll just have to start clearing rooms. Shield generators. Okay, we got science laboratory. So I have this deck and this deck. We're gonna need the life support on these 2 decks to be able to do that. So let's not do that yet. Should I clear rooms back this way? So I can't do that bay. I can't do this bay. There's main engineering. I guess I should just clear the spaces that we have access to right now. Let's clear up the decks that we have, because we're going to have to do it eventually, right? Okay. Alright, so now we have scan. Suppose we should get more fuel because we're now half. There's something. Those research points. Okay, so we're gonna go here first. And swing around. Full capacity there. Oh, we're still working on that one. I don't have any special resources, so I guess we're still clearing these spaces. I'll get one working on each of those decks. Oof, we lost some hull. Oh, we don't have any work teams. Gotta clear this guy first. What can I build? Technology, combat, board, maintenance, batteries. I need technology support to do this stuff. Alright, so we can't really build much. Alright. Captain, reach our destination orders. We'll keep going. Let's see what we have here. A new lead. Following the array's energy pulses, Voyager discovers a desert planet with a harsh, unforgiving landscape. Our town Paris and Commander Chakotay perhaps being called in this place. What makes this place so special? Check energy impulses. Anything noteworthy about the energy pulses? They are consistently targeting a single location, a barren piece of the desert. Recommended an away team investigates this area. There's something else. The interval between each pulse has decreased by 4.7 seconds since we left the array. They're getting faster. The energy says he's running out of time, right? Whatever that means, we better hurry. What else do we know of the planet? See what we can learn about the planet. It all has basic characteristics of an M planet, but no ocean, no river, nothing. However, there are settlements. Well, I have the science laboratory. Let's take a look at what happened here. The atmosphere contains no nucleogenic particles, Captain. The planet is incapable of producing rain. I've studied thousands of M-class planets. I've never seen an atmosphere without nucleogenics. There must be some kind of extraordinary environmental disaster. You can study the planet in detail once we've rescued Chakotay. Alright. We'll examine the world firsthand. But I don't have a shuttle bay. How are they getting... Are they transporting now? Or we have a... What's this ship? Captain, small ship is approaching. They're hailing us. On screen. Oh, it's Neelix. Peculiar alien with mischievous grin greets Voyager from his chaotic vessel. Neither Starfleet nor the Maquis have seen such a species before. Perhaps an inhabitant of the Delta Quadrant. Greetings. Looking for something on this dusty old rock? Will we find anything, Mr. Neelix? Never seen a ship like yours? Let me guess. You're whisked away from somewhere in the galaxy and brought here against your will. Sounds as though you've heard this story before. Thousands of times. Well, hundreds of times, maybe 50 times. But the caretaker's bringing ships here for months now. Caretaker? That's what the Okampa call him. He probably snatched some of your crew too, right? They're likely down the planet with the Okampa. But, Captain, it's a tricky place, dangerous. You could use a guide, but of course the guide needs a little, you know, compensation. Sounds fair. Wonderful. To be honest, I've had it rough recently. Those pesky void bowls have been nibbling away at my supplies. Some food and water would be most welcome. You help us find our missing crew. You can have all the food and water you want. It's a deal. Alright, we got... So... Now what are we supposed to do? Why? I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do now. Like we're already here, right? What a delicious meal. Culinary masterpiece. I've never encountered such a tangy but comforting, the smoothie, vibrant concoction. What was it called again? Tomato soup. Tomato soup. I'm something of a culinary wizard myself, you know. My Alfarian hair pastival is wildly known for its bold, mouth-watering taste. Mr. Neelix, I'm pleased you're enjoying yourself, but we need your assistance now. Ah yes, you're missing crew, right. Scan the southern continent and look for a range of dead volcanoes. At their foot you'll find a Kazon Ogla camp. Kazon what? One Kazon sect of many. They control this part of the quadrant. They're a bit difficult. With the right approach, they can even be reasoned with. They said the Akampa had our people. Well, the Okampa do have your peoples, just finding them is a bit tricky. My old pal, Maze Javin, the Ogla leader, might know where to look. He's a nice guy, a bit gruff, but he owes me a favor. Anything else we should know about these people? Water's a precious commodity around these parts. The Ogla, they mostly get theirs through trade, though a little liquid diplomacy would go a long way. Alright, trade them water. Very well, prepare an away team and you'll accompany them, Mr. Neelix. Gotta go back here. Alright, that one's done. And then we've got those decks. Oh, there's a little bit over here left. I think that's it. And then we got all the rune sectors for the ones the parts of the ship we've already activated. Battery compartment? I gotta turn the life support on. I guess we'll do this one next. Captain, we reached our destination. Orders. Send the away team. Okay, so we got Neelix, Tuvok, and B'Elanna. The away team materialized in a small valley between the dead volcanoes. The sun burns down on them mercilessly. The air is hot and dry, and the sandy wind whips into their eyes. Captain, our tricorders are malfunctioning, probably because of the energy impulses. How do we get our bearings in this dusty bowl? I guess we're doing this one. The away team pushes forward, battling the strong winds with low visibility. Finally, they emerge into a ledge with a clear view of the surrounding area. In the distance, they spot the Kazon Ogla settlement. However, the wind is picking up, and a massive sandstorm is approaching from the south. Captain, a sandstorm is heading our way. We need to find cover fast. 2035? The away team quickly analyzes the terrain, discovering a natural crevice offering the best protection from the storm. The rock walls shield them from the worst of the wind and the sand. After what seems like an eternity, the storm subsides, and the away team emerges unharmed and sets off in the direction of the Kazon Ogla settlement. Captain, we've reached the settlement. How should we approach the people here? I guess we should do this one. Success. Neelix bounds forward, agreeing with Kazon Ogla in his usual boisterous manner. Women and children seem to recognize him, but their expressions are skeptical rather than welcoming. The men approach cautiously, weapons in hand. Tall Kazon emerges from the settlement, Jabin their leader. The sight of Neelix, his face darkens. In the background, a badly bruised young woman who looks nothing like the Kazon, but more like a human with pointy ears, peers around a corner. Seems like the Kazon don't find Neelix as charming as they led us to believe. How should we appease them, Captain? Offer water in exchange. The away team offers Javin water from their replicators. Fascinated with its technology, Javin accepts the offer and becomes more receptive. He explains that the Ocampa live underground. Their access controlled by the caretaker also provides their only source of water. As proof, Javin points to the bruised woman he is holding as a slave, an Ocampa. He explains that she is one of the few who have managed to reach the surface. Suddenly, Neelix grabs a phaser, he points it at Javin, and demands for the Ocampa woman to be freed. Great. So... dangerous approaches, failing can provide injuries. Things are getting out of hand, Captain. We should retreat. Oh, man. I guess we're gonna have to do this one. The away team lays down fire, forcing the Kazon to take cover. This allows them to minimize their exposure to enemy fire. Javin, though furious, seems to acknowledge the away team's fighting skills. They escape with no casualties. Alright. Level 2 for each of them. Safely back on Voyager, Neelix surprises the rest of the away team as he and the rescued woman kiss passionately. How deep does the relationship between the two go? My dearest Cass, didn't I promise I'd save you? I knew you'd come for me, my love. You lied and endangered my crew. This is not how trust is built, Mr. Neelix. He was desperate, Captain, but I understand. I want to repay you and your crew for saving me. As Javin said, the access to the underground city is controlled by the caretaker. There is a tunnel, but the caretaker sealed it with a security barrier. You may be able to transport through the barrier if it had the slightest breach. A transporter signal amplifier would be necessary. Excellent idea. Cass, can you help us once you've located the breach? Of course, it's the least I can do. I'm grateful. Now, what do you know about the caretaker? What can you tell us about the caretaker? For generations, he's provided the Ocampa with food, water, energy, and protection from the outside world. Any idea why he does it, or where he comes from? No, we do have stories and legends about him, but they're just stories and legends. Cass, Mr. Neelix, I'm curious, how did the two of you meet? I met Cass when I was training with Kazon Ogla. They enslaved her, but she was kind even to someone like me. I had to get her out. He visited, brought me gifts, made me laugh. He was the only good thing in that terrible place. Well. I admit I used you, Captain. I apologize, but I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Cass, if it's so dangerous on the surface, why did you leave your home? I felt a strong pull to explore the world beyond the city. I yearned for the freedom to discover new things and learn about myself. Seeing my people so dependent on the caretaker, unable to even think for themselves, it was unbearable. We once possessed telepathic abilities, but he's atrophied over many generations. Alright, we have things to do. Someone gets started on the transporter signal amplifier, and Cass will go to the sickbay and have you examined. Captain, the science lab is back online. We can start researching the signal amplifier. Peter, initiate emergency medical hologram program. Alright. No other options available. Captain Janeway activates Voyager's emergency medical hologram. A shimmering figure materializes in the sickbay, ready to provide critical care. He was my favorite character because he was so snarky. Please state the nature of the medical emergency. Doctor, our chief medical officer is dead. You have to take care of the sickbay for now and the patient Cass. No need for concern. I'm capable of treating any injury or disease. A broken ulna, a few minor bruises and grazes. Nothing I can't handle. You're in the most capable hands, young lady. Thank you, Doctor. That's very kind of you. I expect you to do your best, Doctor. Do my best. Captain, I am programmed for optimal medical care. What else would I do? Now, if you excuse me, I have a patient to attend to and a sick bay to reorganize. Alright. So in the science laboratory, we gotta set research for the signal... what am I doing here? Org? Inspired workbench? We got a plasma torch, a battery compartment. He wants a signal amplifier. Question mark, question mark. Crew quarters. Field training. Hydroponics. Hydroponics seems good. Active scan. Sensor array. Do we want sensor array level 2? Is that what they're telling me to do? Kinda want hydroponics, plasma torch, battery compartment. Resource analysis scanners. Here, can I get this one? That feels important. Research transporter signal amplifier. I didn't even see where that was, though. I guess I'm supposed to be assigning folks to shit. Oh, she's medical. Kim or... I guess Kim's gonna be science for now. What do we have here? Do I have anyone else left? Okay, so I got engineering, I've got... Oh, I got people and stuff. Can I throw Neelix in here? Yeah, I can. I only have one person in security. I put him on phasers for now. Maybe I should put him on shields. Okay, we'll put him on shields. We'll go defensive. Now I gotta kill time for hydroponics. Do I have any work crews? No. I guess we can kill some time over here. We have one more room over here. And then I'll... I was gonna do this one. No. I guess go back over here. Okay, and then I was gonna do this one. Oh, we can't. Is there anything else we can repair? All this stuff down here? No. I'm gonna do this one for some reason. No life support. I guess we're done. What's the 38? Do I need more crew quarters? Is that what it's telling me? This, I guess I should put it on this side. What's this 38? Quarter less? Oh, there's 38 people who don't have quarters. Alright, we're working on that now. Uh... So we're getting 12 people per quarters? Okay, so that should give me another 24. We got one more planet for power. Alright. And then we got one more. Where are we gonna put them? This is a 3 space. We'll put them up here, but then I'd be wasting 1 space, right? So I guess we'll put them down by the science lab. Alright, so that should give me everything, almost everything I need, except for maybe 2 guys. Alright, so how many more days do we have on this? 4 remaining. I'm working on it. We're working on it. We've got 3 cycles, 5 cycles. Okay, I guess I should go back and get this one. So where is this thing that I'm supposed to be doing? It's like the transporter room. There's field training. Hull reinforcement. We don't have any Borg stuff. I don't understand where it's supposed to be. Research transporter signal amplifier. Oh! Can I do both at once? I guess I better do crew quarters so we get better quarters. No! Fort research. I want to do this one. Thank you. Alright, so now we're at 14 through 4. We still have to build one more. And I want hydroponics as well. We get hydroponics over here. Missing resources. Uh-oh. Okay, so we're gonna go get some resources. And that'll be what we need for crew. Build an additional cargo bay. Oh no, we gotta build lots of stuff. Okay, cross trajectory, research new things, you might room, etc. Captain, the blueprint for the signal amplifier complete. However, to start production, we need to repair the workshop. Workshop repaired, Captain. We can start the production of the signal amplifier. Okay. Go. Now what? Now we can do the go back to the crew quarters. Go back here. Oh no. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to the ship. We want to put in our hydroponics bay. Oh, we need a work team first. One more cycle. I guess we're going back here. Alright, the signal amplifier has been completed. It's ready for use, Captain. It would be wise to make haste back to the Ocampa. Let's go get our crew quarters. Alright, the crew's happy. And then we're gonna put the food beside the mess hall. Alright, we have one of our crew left. He wants a cargo bay. The cargo bay in here on this side. Maintenance. No, we need more stuff. Well, we're gonna have to try and do this first. Captain, reach your destination. Orders. Okay, so we got Kess. I guess we're gonna send Neelix. Not Neelix, Tuvok. And Balana. Upon materializing this tunnel entrance, a group of Kazon is already there, tinkering with the security barrier in frustration. As soon as they notice the away team, they flinch in fear and back off a bit. Watch out, shouts one of them. The foreign warriors are back. Captain, the Kazon seems hesitant, almost fearful. What are our orders? Oh no. Oh no. The away team's bold movement takes the Kazon by surprise. Use the fire warning shots and quickly cease fire when the away team shows no reaction. Make no further attempts to interfere as the away team continues the tunnel. Once they reach the tunnel entrance, using the transport signal amplifier, now to find possible research into the barrier. Alright. We'll do it. We've got our Away team deploys the transporter signal amplifier, carefully scanning the barrier for any vulnerabilities. After a tense few minutes, they locate a small breach in the energy field. They successfully transport themselves to the opening and into the tunnel. Beyond the barrier, the tunnel opens into a breathtaking sight. Embedded into a large cavern is a futuristic environment with smooth white walls glowing in warm white light and sprinkled with patches of green. This is the Ocampa City. Captain, we're inside the Ocampa City, but it's a maze of streets and chambers. How should we proceed to find Tom and Chakotay? I guess we better do this one. Let's let Kess lead. Kess approaches a group of Ocampa, respectfully asking for assistance in locating the missing Tom and Chakotay. The Ocampa, touched by our concern, eagerly provide directions to a medical facility. The away team eventually finds their crew members awake but disoriented, surrounded by strange medical equipment. Chakotay instinctively reaches for a weapon, but before any confrontation to occur, the ground starts to shake violently. A message from Captain Janeway cuts to the joy of reunion. Caretaker Ray has apparently repositioned itself and is now firing at the tunnel entrance. We need to get out of here. Okay, clear a path to the obstacles. The away team clears a path through the collapsed tunnels, using their phasers to blast away debris and create a safe passage. They dodge falling rocks and collapsed ceilings, ensuring everyone escapes safely. Soon they reach the exit. The security barrier is the only thing standing between them and their escape. Tremors are interfering with signals amplifier focus, Captain. The connection is constantly being interrupted. We can't beam out like this. Okay, we'll stabilize it. Oh, actually, I should do this one. Let's get this reward. Team analyzes the tremors interference pattern, quickly calibrates the transporter signal amplifier to compensate. Transporter signal stabilizes, allowing the away team to lock onto the beam and materialize safely back on Voyager. Alright. And we got some stuff for it. Chakotay is rescued. Back on Voyager, Tom Paris breathes a sigh of relief while Chakotay eyes the Starfleet rescuers with suspicion. McKee Commander struggles to understand the sudden alliance. Commander Chakotay, welcome aboard Voyager. I'm Captain Catherine Janeway. Mr. Paris, it's good to have my pilot back. What, no champagne? Not even the replicated? I'm Commander Chakotay of the Maquis Torres. What's going on here? Long story, Chakotay. Short version, we're stuck with the Federation sycophants in the Delta Quadrant. And we share a common goal, getting back home. Anything you learned on the planet could help us. What can you tell us for the Ocampa? Naive, friendly, they don't get out much, and that's good because they wouldn't survive. Apparently they've been living underground for longer than anyone can remember. That's true, our ancestors lived on the surface once. Ancient journals tell us that the caretaker opened a deep chasm and led us underground. Any idea why? They mentioned of warming? The day our surface turned into a desert. On that day, the caretaker appeared and built our city. Since then, he's provided for the Ocampa. Debt that can never be repaid. Say that again, Lieutenant Tovok. There's enough evidence for me to form a reasonable hypothesis, Captain. The Ocampa homeworld turned into a desert from one day to the next. Caretaker's immediate arrival seems to be no coincidence. I assume he's responsible for the ecological damage, building the underground city and caring for them. He's trying to make amends. But how could he cause such devastation to render a planet incapable of sustaining life? I confess I do not know, Captain. What did you learn about that caretaker? They say he's been acting out of the ordinary lately, abducting people, and he increased the power supply to half a decade. And he destroyed the tunnels. It sounds like he's preparing for something, but what? Caretaker mentioned you might have what he needs. Can you make a sense of that? We woke up covered in scabs. The Ocampa said we were sent away to prevent some sort of plague. Except we weren't sick before. They also mentioned others with the same disease, but they didn't last. They died? I want you both in sickbay now. Captain, their condition is unusual. It appears to be a cellular disruption caused by introduction of foreign genetic material. Their bodies are rejecting it rather violently, I might add. They're fortunate a few more days and the cellular disruption would have been fatal. Foreign genetic material? For what purpose? An excellent question, Commander. It appears to have been introduced deliberately, though why anyone would want to inject them with incompatible DNA is beyond my comprehension. Prognosis, Doctor? I've already started the treatment. With my expertise, I should make a full recovery. Captain, there's no enough evidence to form a reasonable hypothesis. The caretaker provided the Ocampa with a mere 5 years' worth of energy that then destroys the access tunnels. In addition, he frequently mentions running out of time. Caretaker has sustained the Ocampa for millennium. Why the sudden urgency? It's illogical. My conclusion is he does not intend to continue his role as caretaker. The doctor's discovery further confirms my hypothesis. The caretaker is enacting measures to safeguard the Ocampa for as long as possible. However, they will run out of energy eventually. So he seeks a successor, someone who holds the key to their survival, compatibility with the caretaker's DNA. This explains the abduction and subsequent testing of individuals from various sectors. I believe the caretaker is dying. He dies. How the hell are we supposed to get home? We have to return to the array before it's too late. Captain, given the caretaker's reluctance to cooperate, a more assertive approach might be necessary. Vulcan's right. If that overgrown energy blob won't send us home, we'll blast our way out. Phasers, torpedoes, the whole shebang. I believe a bit of tactical planning is in order. Shields first, then phasers. Our offensive and defensive capabilities have been restored, Captain. However, it's just a test run. To verify system functionality and to assess our temporary flight control officers' performance in combat. Excuse me, this ace pilot knows more maneuvers than Starfleet can throw Greek letters and numbers together. Except for the ones evading Starfleet custody. Gentlemen, enough. Tuvok is right. We need to test our combat systems, but we lack a sparring partner. You have one, our ship. Seriously, Chakotay? Ultimate key on the Valjean as Starfleet target practice. What could possibly go wrong? Polana focus, we need preparation. I will pilot the Valjean. Captain, just remember to set your phaser simulation. I'll keep it in mind, Commander. So we got Tom, Tuvok, and Harry. He's got shield hacking. So it'll fire semi-autonomously. Phasers are fired automatically, torpedoes manually. You will control the ship by opening the command menu and deciding how to approach.
What are your orders, Captain?
Okay, so... Order your ship to try and attack or defend a side, either defensive or offensive movement. Fleeing requires enemy engines to be damaged while surrendering costs resources as a form of payment. You can also repair damaged subsystems. Prepare to offensive actions. So, I guess we should go for the shields since the shields are...
Moving to attack the port side, Captain.
Okay. Hero abilities can be activated by selecting them with the mouse or by pressing the number keys. Use right button and left button to switch and activate with X.
Ability ready, Captain. Ability ready, Captain. Enemy shields destroyed, Captain.
So they have no weapons.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
Alright. Boom, that sounds not bad for a temporary guy, huh, T-Back? Your methods were unconventional, however the objective was achieved, an acceptable performance. One more thing, Captain, whatever awaits us in the array, the Valjean should be in a support position for Voyager. Alright, have the transporter room stand by in case your crew needs an emergency beam out. Let's show this quadrant what we're really made of. So I gotta go back to... this sector. I have one work crew. Do I have enough to build the cargo bay now? We do. It's a 3 spot, so I can put it here, right? No. Here? Can we move these buildings later? I guess I can scrap them and rebuild them later if I want to sort it and make it nicer. Alright, we got hydroponics now. Alright. So we got food production, which makes us all very happy. I think that's everything. We got the cargo bay going. We got enough space for crew. And he's still working on that. So I think we're good. Go back over here. Is there anything else we can... we're good for now. Alright, so now we have more cargo. I don't have crew for it though. Well, we'll wait. We got crew quarters. Inspired workforce. Reveal this technology. We don't have that tech. What's this one? Plasma torch? More stuff from resources. Inspired workforce. More XP for heroes. Maybe we should get hull reinforcement. Alright, Captain, we reached our destination. Orders? It seems we were expected, Captain. It's the Kazon. The lead ship is hailing us. Probably not calling the chat. I'll have our Marquis Raider manned. You have support if this turns into a fight, Captain. Excellent idea, but let's see what the Kazon have to say first. Why are you here? Do you truly believe you can defeat us? All we care about is getting home, Javin. We will beam over to the array and see if we can arrange that. That's all. After your display of firepower, we do not fear you, but we are not fools. We have no dispute with you. Then leave. The array is ours. This is absurd. We have no intention of challenging you. The array is mine. Leave or face my wrath. Javin, we can discuss this like two civilized. Please disconnect, Captain. They're powering up their weapons. Battle stations. I guess we'll just keep going here.
What are your
Start
orders,
combat.
Captain?
Attack their weapons.
Moving to attack the front, Captain. Ability ready, 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 Captain. Enemy shield ability ready, Captain.
I don't really need to use the torpedoes, do I?
Enemy shields destroyed, Captain. Enemy is surrendered, Captain. Ability ready, Captain.
They surrendered.
Enemy shields enemy is surrendered, Captain.
So,
Ability
orders.
ready, Captain.
How do I... Oh. Okay. I just have to get all the vessels to surrender. We pushed them back. There was a close call. We got our crew beamed off in time before the raider exploded. You're a strong captain, but there's strength in numbers. I've called for reinforcements. The array will be mine. I guess we don't have much time. Hail the array. Well, aren't you persistent? We need you to send us back from where we came. Possible. I've barely enough strength to complete my work. I must protect the Okampa. If I don't, the Kazon will steal their water. They won't be able to survive. Something you did turn their planet into a desert, didn't it? That was the debt you could never be repaid. We were explorers from another galaxy. We had no idea our technology would devastate their atmosphere. 2 of us were chosen to stay behind and care for them. 2, where's the other? She went off to look for more interesting places. Did you ever consider allowing the Okampa to care for themselves? They're children. Children grow up, they need challenges. Maybe the Okampa are stronger than you think. You drag this into this. You'll need to send us. Captain, Jabin was bluffing as reinforcements have arrived. I could try and access the array's systems to transport us to the Alpha Quadrant, Captain. No, I'm fading. Time's up. If you leave, the array will be left to the Kazon. They will annihilate the Ocampa. You must destroy it. Don't listen to him. We'll be stranded. Please protect the Ocampa. What is right and what is easy? The caretaker fades away, collapsing into an inert crystalline form. Janeway is now faced with an impossible choice. Return home to the Alpha Quadrant, leaving the Uncompa defenseless, or sacrifice Voyager's return to ensure their safety. He's gone. Captain, the Kazon are closing in. Shall I try to access the primary control systems to send us back? Well, we know it's not going to be that easy as accessing the primary systems, so... We never asked to be involved, but here we are. I won't trade the lives of the Ocampa for our convenience. Lieutenant Tuvok, ready the Tricobalt devices. What are you doing? The array's our only way back home. I can and I will. Tricobalt devices ready. Fire. Fire. We'll find another way home, I promise. Who do you think you are making decisions for all of us? It was the right decision, Valana. The Ocampa, they remind me of our people. We were fighting a more powerful enemy to protect our own. The Ocampa deserve that, too. 70,000 light years. We're really stranded, aren't we? Great. Now I'll definitely miss my next Outmeet review. Missed Outmeet review should not be the primary concern at this moment, Mr. Paris. Oh, thanks, Tuvok. Hadn't thought of that. Jabin is hailing us, Captain. You have made an enemy today. Mr. Paris, put some distance between us and this place. Alright, so the hull can be damaged. The hull reaches 0, you're game over. Hull doesn't regenerate. You have to assign a work in the engineering office. Okay, where's the engineering office again? Okay. I had to use the mouse on that. I don't think the controller was... Oh! The controller was having a hard time. Whoops. Like, it's not letting me push down on that, so I have to, like, use the mouse to click that. Okay, so we're still building our cargo bay, right? No, we don't have crew for it. That was our problem. Alright, fly to the marked destination in the third system. Maybe we should grab some fuel before we go. We're stocking up. Now we can go. Okay, so we got the hull reinforced. I get tier 2. I don't know that I want combat tier 2 of all the tier 2s. What do we got here? Science, more hydroponics. I kind of feel like doing this one on tier 2 makes sense. So we'll do that. I had it, I just didn't have crew to work it. Okay, we have none of this stuff, so let's grab some of these. Okay, so... Still more food. Caretaker is dead. To prevent the Kazon from receiving control of his array, I was forced to destroy it. Javan, leader of the Kazon Obla, has predictably declared Voyager an enemy. We're now truly stranded in the Delta Quadrant with a hostile Kazon sect on our tail. We should put some distance between ourselves and the disastrous encounter as possible. Alright, 70,000 light years from home. It seems we're in this together, Commander. The decision didn't win you any friends, Kazon, Marquis, and Starfleet, but I respect you for it. The anger is justified, but we have more pressing concerns. 2 crews on 1 ship, stranded in Delta Quadrant, fighting for survival. I know a thing or two about survival. The Maquis are a motley crew. We had to learn to put our differences aside and to work together to coexist. Coexist, huh? Well, Commander, I'd like to offer you the position of Voyager's first officer. First officer, you're willing to trust a Maquis with that responsibility. I'm learning to adapt. This is a new beginning, a chance to forge a new crew together, so we got 27 more crew. Neelix, Cass, you want to see me? Do you need anything else before you leave? Supplies, water, medicine? Well, that's what we want to discuss. We'd like to go with you. Before you say anything, Captain, we both very much want to be part of your journey. I can offer you so much more in this sector, Captain. Need a guide, supplies, contacts, and a cook? Oh, you haven't lived until you taste my Anglovosk. But more than that, Captain, I can be your morale officer. Keep those smiles bright on this long voyage home. I have a feeling we'll need that. A guide, a cook, and a morale officer? That's quite an offer, Mr. Neelix. And Cass, what about you? What do you hope to gain from this journey? I want to see the galaxy. There's so much out there I don't know. So much to explore and discover. Perhaps this journey could help me understand my own telepathic abilities better, learn more, and develop them. But I also want to help. After the doctor cured my wounds, I realized I want to help people too. Maybe I could learn from him, assist in sickbay. I think the doctor would be glad to help you, or to have you. Very well then, welcome aboard. Captain, you might want to see this. Looks like we stirred up a little trouble in a good way, I think. A sudden distress call reveals Voyager's victory over Javan sparked a massive escape from Kazon's slave camp. Janeway wastes no time ordering the desperate survivors to be beamed aboard. Neelix is surprised to find another Talaxian, Zivan, who was captured while exploring the Yocampa landscape. Gratefully joins the growing crowd of survivors seeking the doctor's care. So we got 11 more crew. Alright, everybody listen up. Okay, we'll unite, explore the unknown, and learn. We're alone in an uncharted part of the galaxy right before scientific discovery. We face the unknown with open minds, eager to explore and learn. To survive, we must work together as one crew. As the only Starfleet vessel in the Delta Quadrant, we'll continue to chart new territories and unravel the secrets of this region, but our objective is to return home. 75 years is unacceptable. We will innovate. We'll search for advanced civilizations, wormholes, anomalies, any breakthrough that can shorten our journey. We'll analyze, innovate, discover. Somewhere along this journey, we'll find a way back. Well spoken, Captain. Mr. Paris, you've proven yourself a skilled pilot and a valuable member of the crew. I hereby appoint you as our flight control officer. For the first time in my life, I don't know what to say. Perhaps a state that you would like to embrace more frequently from now on, Lieutenant Paris? Lieutenant Paris has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Hey, Harry, I bet your own promotion is just around the corner. Oh boy, imagine me becoming captain one day. Very well, gentlemen. As first official act in your new position, Lieutenant Paris sets course. We're flying home. Alright, so that is the demo of Voyager Across the Unknown. It's available right now, I think, on Steam. Or, well, let's see, has it launched yet? Let me double check. Store page. Yes, it has released. It was released in October of last year. And right now, at least in Canadian, it is selling for... it's on sale for $40.49 in Canadian. If you folks are interested. Interesting little strategy game. It's definitely nostalgic, and it seems to be covering the narrative of the Voyager television show. And that is where we will end today's. Dun, 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 dun. That's where we'll end today's demo. Until next time.